What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with the review for Love. Nope, this is Life After Lockup. I don't know. This is season 4, but I don't know the episode, so it'll be correct in the description up here. It'll be on the screen, and it'll be on the attached to the video when I upload it. I don't even know the name of the episode either. I don't know the name of the episode, you guys. What was the name of this episode? Oh God. Habitual offenders, or I think it's habitual offenders. If it's wrong, everything will be correct on the screen. But before we go ahead and get into this review, you guys, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed, do me a solid favor and subscribe to the channel. Stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, share the video, and with that out the way, without further ado, let's discuss Life After Lockup, you guys, shall we? All right, you guys, so if you guys aren't aware, we are going live later this afternoon to do a live reaction to this season of Life After Lockup, this episode of Life After Lockup. This was a good episode, you guys, for me. So let's run down our couples. So we have Lindsay and Blaine are back. We have Amber and Puppy. We have Eris and Cameron. We have Eris and Cameron. We have Monique and Derek, Justine and Michael, Sean and Sarah, Taylor and Chance. I don't want to say their name. Brittany and Marcelino. Oh my God. Why are we looking at Brittany and Marcelino? I just don't understand what they're back for. Their storyline wrapped up seasons ago, right? This is a career for them at this point. Like, I feel like they have turned Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup into a permanent job for them, even though they have no damn storyline. Because that storyline last season was booty. But I'm not even going to talk about them because they weren't in this episode. So we're going to start up with the first couple that we saw, Lindsay and Blaine. Lindsay and Blaine. Lindsay and Blaine. That mugshot of Blaine. He was missing some teeth. Looked like he had got beat up too. Wow. I tweeted this last night that Blaine looks like the crack version of Chris Kattan. No shade to you guys, but that's who he looks like to me. The cracked out version of Chris Kattan. So we find out that Lindsay and Blaine have bought a house together. I was like, oh my God, that's your house? Baby, y'all should knock that down and start over again because it was horrible looking. Demolish that bad booger. So Lindsay and Blaine have been together for the last 8 months. I was like, congratulations, I don't give a damn. So we see as Lindsay and Blaine are going to go be meeting with his lawyer. Now, I don't really like talking about people's appearances like that, but why this man got a mullet? I'm sorry, but I just would not trust an attorney that has a mullet. Look like Joe Dirt, baby. I just would not trust I'm about to say a hillbilly. I wouldn't trust a man. I wouldn't trust a man with a mullet. I'm like, sir, what year did you go to law school? You look like you are stuck in the 70s, the 60s, maybe even the 80s, but you stuck in a time warp, and I don't trust you. Like, when is the last time you read a law book? So Blaine, the lawyer tells Blaine that he got 2 indictments. Then he read off all them charges. I was like, say what now? And yep, that's the name of the episode, Habitual Offender, because Blaine is looking at 19 years in prison. I was like, say what now? Whoa, no, yikes. So he also has an arrest warrant for missing court. And so Lindsay and her black sense, so that's why you didn't want to go bail out TC. TC got warrants and I can't get him out. Like, the way she was talking, TC got warrants and I can't get him. Like, girl, I want Lindsay to just lose the black scent. So the lawyer says he can't do nothing without $15,000. I was like, say what now? Oh, how much do y'all pay these? Can y'all get a public defender? Because absolutely not. $15,000. Do you see them? Where do you think they're getting $15,000 from? Sir, let's just bring that down to maybe $500. What can we get for $500? Because I don't think that Lindsay and Blaine got it. I mean, did you see their house, sir? They ain't got them funds. So Lindsay got upset about the whole situation. Now here's the thing that I noticed in this scene. So Blaine got into an Infinity truck, right? Now mind you, last season Blaine was driving a Dodge Charger. I'm like, so how did he get the Charger and how did he get this Infinity? Are those rental cars, sir? Because I'm not seeing where the money's coming in from. Like, I know you said that you and Lindsay sold drugs. You sold drugs for her, but where's the money coming from? And Lindsay in them heels, baby, I don't know, her feet were going different directions. I was like, girl, you finna stomp in your Air Force Ones all the way home? Okay. Okay. Oh God, I'm not gonna talk about them next. Let's pause here and move forward, you guys. You guys, let's just don't go ahead and get them out the way. Amber and Puppy. For the life of me, I don't know why Amber and Puppy are back. Y'all know how I feel about Puppy. Y'all know I love me some Puppy, right? But I just really don't understand why Amber and Puppy are back. Much like I feel about Brittany and Marcelino, I don't understand why Amber and Puppy are back. Now, their storyline last season was real, but I just still don't understand why they're back, right? So, we actually saw some footage that didn't film. They filmed it, but they didn't show it, where Amber and Puppy got into it 4 months previously, right? So, we see Puppy. So, Puppy and Amber are at a bar, right? So, Puppy is telling Amber that Eric lost the house, and she said something about a kid. I was like, oh my God, are we finna run with this storyline again? The fact that Eric is still married and he has not yet gotten a divorce. I was like, oh my God. I thought we left that storyline in last season. Like, what the fuck? Like, why are we bringing this up? Puppy, I told you all last season that Eric was not leaving his wife. Eric has a good thing with his wife and he got you. Eric don't want to rock the boat. So then Puppy tells Amber that she and Eric are in debt $50,000. I was like, girl, how in the hell did y'all get in debt $50,000? It ain't like y'all got married. Now, granted, she did have, her miscarriage, but I'm like, girl, even that can't, well, maybe. So Amber tells Puppy that a lot has been going on since Amber got her abortion last season, right? I don't want to say it on the camera because I don't know how people, people are sensitive about that word. So, yeah, remember, she got that A word because of her liver. Now, maybe we weren't privy to everything, but that doctor never, from what we saw, that doctor never really said that it would be a big issue. But if Amber felt it was, right? So Amber and Puppy are at the bar. They're getting drunk. Amber called TC to come get her. And TC heard Puppy in the background because Puppy wants to come sleep on their couch. I was like, so this is going to be forced, right? Y'all finna force some drama between Puppy and TC. And then TC pulled up to the bar. And I was like, yep, I can see the writings on the wall. They're finna force some drama between Puppy and TC, right? Because, Puppy's like, I know you don't like me. Says, it ain't that I don't like you. But did he call her a drug dealer? Yes, he did. Because then when him and Amber got home, he brought it up again. Now, I'm finna be team Amber, right? Because I absolutely get why Amber was so pissed, because he's saying that Amber told her that Eric and his Puppy sold drugs. And I'm like, she said, no, I didn't. And even if she did, mother, why did you bring it up on the camera? You're in front of cameras. This is gonna be on TV. You could get them in trouble, right? So I got why Amber got so pissed off at him, right? The one thing that I want to say about TC is, Mr. TC, where were you on January the 6th of 2021? Were you at the Capitol? Because you give me that you voted for Chester Cheeto, the orange man, the Oompa Loompa. That's what I get when I look at TC, that he voted for the Oompa Loompa. let's pause here and let's move forward, you guys. You guys, Taylor and Chance are back. I don't know why. Taylor, I'm gonna watch what I say because I know that Taylor and Chance, they both peruse through the YouTube streets and they want to leave comments on people's channels. And I'm not gonna curtail what I want to say. Fuck that. Taylor, you're a dumbass. Period, point blank. You are a dumb ass girl. I still have an issue with the fact that you brought this man around your kids that you didn't really know like that, but y'all are married and y'all are having a baby. So it's up to you. It's your choice, your life, you live it, right? But what I think is so stupid is this man showed you who he was, that he's not financially smart. He's financially illiterate and stupid. Because I mean, last season when he came to you with that brand new car with them rims on it, and you said y'all can't afford this because y'all have other bills, then he was talking about what to do with your house that I'm pretty sure his name ain't on the deed or anything, deed, lease, whatever, right? So then in this episode, we see as Chance is on the phone with paying bills, right? When you have to go to the point of saying, how much can I put toward this bill? You're stupid. Because that means that you're living above your means, and that means that you're taking more money out. That you're shelling out more money than is coming into the house, right? If you have to say how much can I put towards this, now for me, I have said that, right? I say how much not saying how much can I put towards this. I'm gonna pay X amount, right? Like with my credit card, I always pay more than my minimum due because I can afford to pay more than my minimum due. My car note, I pay exactly what my car note is because I just don't be wanting to pay, which I was actually talking to one of my friends about this. I was like, I should pay more than what it is because I'm really just paying the interest, right? But my credit card, I pay more than was due. And that's really that's my car note and my credit card bill are really the only debts that I have. That's all I have. I have one credit card and my car note. Everything else, I pay what is on there. My car insurance, my rent, my light bills, whatever other bills, my internet, cable, all that stuff. I pay those exact amount. I don't believe in adding a lot of debt to myself because it's just like, no. So they got one credit card bill that is past due. They got one credit card that only has $11 on it. I'm trying to remember what it was. One was past due. One only had $11 on it, and like it's the blind leading the blind. It's the blind leading the blind for me. One credit card was past due. One has $11. One was over its limit. How many credit cards do you have? I know you said once you get one and you pay on it, they'll send you 7 more offers. Chance, you're a dummy. Just because they send you an offer? I mean, I get offers all the time from people saying you are, you just talking about you're approved for a credit card. Thank you, but no thank you. That fucks up your credit. Like dumbass. And then you were talking about getting a house last season. I don't know how the fuck y'all getting a house when one credit card is almost at its limit, one is over its limit, and one is past due. That ain't helping your credit score, my dude. Past due, $11. If you got $11, that means you are $11 away from being over your limit, and you already have one credit card that is over its limit. So technically, let's just keep it real. You're already at your limit, right? Because you have to, and you take into account your interest rate. So $11, I'm pretty sure your interest rate is, I'm pretty sure with your interest rate, yeah, that $11 is gone. So let's just say you got 2 credit cards that are over their limit and one that is past due. And I'm pretty positive that one is past due is probably over its limit as well. Chance is slow. I just, This is the blind leading the goddamn blind, right? So she was talking to him about setting up some stuff for the baby because it looked like she's pretty much almost due, right? And his phone rang And he didn't answer. She's like, who was that? He was like, I don't know. But then he said it was a friend. I'm like, bitch, that was a debt collector. Let's keep it real. That was somebody trying to collect on the debt from you. Period, point blank. Somebody wants to get their money and you didn't answer it. Because he went to the bathroom and under the sink were all the goddamn bills. I was like, oh my God, ain't no way, ain't no way, ain't no way. No. No. Chance, I don't know how old, I forget how old you are, but you do realize when it comes to credit cards, right? What are you buying? Like, what do you buy with the credit cards? Like, here's the thing when it comes to credit cards. You always people should keep this in mind when it comes to credit cards. This is why I don't use my I use my credit cards for small things, and I really use my credit card for things that are reoccurring, right? I let it come out, but then I put the money right back, right? Because I don't want to I don't want to get it down and then they be like, well, you're not using your credit cards. Well, so I just put little stuff on there, right? But if you go out to the stores and you're buying things on credit, technically that means that you don't have the money to buy it, right? If you can't buy it outright, you ain't got the money for it. Like, that's why I've stopped using my credit card. Because when I was in my early 20s, yes, I did use my credit card quite a lot. But then as I got to my mid 20s, that's when I realized when it comes to credit cards, I'm like, you're buying things on credit because, again, you don't have the money for it. Because if you had the money for it, you would buy it on your debit cards, right? Whatever debit cards or with cash. And that's how I've come to a point with my life. If I don't physically have the money to pay for it, that means my black ass can't afford it, and I'm not putting it on a motherfucking credit card, right? Because you're gonna have to pay when you pay the interest on that, you're ending up paying more than what it was actually worth. Like, that's just common sense. But hey, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Just saying. Let's pause here and move forward. All right, you guys. Next up, let's just breeze through Justine and Michael's because there really wasn't a whole lot with Justine and Michael. So they're taking a self-defense class, the family. When they got to the self-defense class, I'm like, that's the instructor? He's teaching y'all about self-defense. I feel like y'all can get y'all asses beat every time somebody comes up to you, right? I just feel that way, right? So Justine and her mom had a conversation. So, Justine, let's have a little talk-see, right? I think you got your priorities all kind of, screwed around, right? Because you trying to talk about the fact that you got questions when it comes to Michael because of your past. But I was like, I think we're a little bit too, I think, it's the, damn, I forget that saying where it's something before the something. I don't know the saying. It's the house before the something. I don't know what that saying is, but I think we skipped a few steps, girl. Like, you went from point B, and now you're at point B, but you're trying to go back to point A. You done already forgot about point A, right? So let's just go from point B to point C. We can't go backwards, right? Because she's saying she questions Mike, but I'm like, aren't you pregnant already? So that's a bit of a moot point, right? It's a bit of a moot point. Now, I will say when it comes to Michael, I do like how Michael is with her children. I think you can see that Michael loves her children and he's there for her kids, right? And I think he'll be there for the baby as well. But yeah, Justine, I think you got a little bit ahead of yourself. There was nothing wrong if you guys had used a condom, birth control, something. Just saying, right? So then she sat down with Michael at one point and she told Michael that she's scared. Now, I understand her being scared, but I mean, once again, girl, we have already put, what is that saying? Is it the horse before the water? You put I don't know what that damn saying is, shit. But you jumped the gun. But it is what it is, right? I just really want her to make it make sense to me. Like, you're already pregnant. I mean, you do have another option, but I'm not going to suggest that option. But I mean, you definitely have another option, just saying. But yeah, I want Justine to make that shit make sense to me. So let's pause here and move forward. You guys know how I feel about Sean. If you guys have been watching me for the duration, like I've been doing what Love After Lockup since season 2. So if you guys have been with me since season 2, and you guys have been with me since we met Sean, you guys know that Sean grinds my gears. That I can't stand this man, and I have to look at his ugly face season after season, right? And I have to look at his murderous wife. Yes, I called her a murderer. I mean, technically, that's what she did, right? So, it is what it is, right? So, you remember they had a baby. That little girl has a big head. No, I didn't. I had to say it. I'm sorry. That baby's head is huge. She has a big ass head, but she's a cute little girl nonetheless. So the baby was crying. Sarah was with the baby. Sean is playing video games. Now, WeTV, y'all have a very, 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 very bad habit of showing me shit that I don't want to see. And it's always sex scenes or leading to sex scenes. Sarah has a sex swing in their room that her mom put up. I'm like, ugh. You felt comfortable enough asking your mama to help you put up a sex swing? Girl, absolutely not. Then when she put on that lingerie for Sean, I was like, oh, girl, you ain't even feeling that out right. Nowhere. You just, never mind. I was about to say something. But you guys know I can't stand Sarah too, right? So she says that her and Sean haven't really had sex. I'm like, are you shocked? I believe people tried to warn you about who Sean was, but you knew better. Sean wasn't gonna do that to you. Kelly was just jealous, right? We gonna protect Queen Kelly at all costs. Y'all know I fucks with Kelly. Kelly is I love me some Kelly, right? But yeah, you didn't want to listen to Queen Kelly. Then you, for the love of God, WeTV, I'm gonna ask you this, and I'm gonna ask you this nicely. Do not bring Destiny back. For the love of all that is good and golden, don't bring Destiny around this season. I don't want to look at Destiny and her overbite. Ooh, please don't. So we see Sean as he's getting ready for work, and Sarah made him his lunch. I was like, girl, that looks like a sack lunch. It looked like you got a piece of bread, some cheese, and some ham, and slapped some mayo on it, and said, oh, oh God. That is the one thing. My friend laughs at me because we talk about, because there's this sub place that's across the street from our office, and she goes over there, and I'm like, is it a cold sandwich? She says, yes. I'm like, oh, y'all, I don't do cold sandwiches. I don't do cold sandwiches. I don't do cold sandwiches. I don't do I don't do cold sandwiches or processed meat. You will very rarely see, like, I might eat bologna every now and again, but you will never, like, I don't do processed meats. It just ain't for me. It is nasty to the A. If you can't heat up my sandwich, I don't want it. If you give me a cold sub, I'm just not gonna eat it. I'm just gonna sit there and look at it, right? So Sarah's mom came over to the house, and I was looking at her mom like, I've been looking at her mama since we first met Sarah's mom, and I'm like, ma'am, you look like you on some drugs, because your mouth, number one, on the inside of your mouth is black, and then you slur your words, and you always look like you high or drunk. I'm sorry, but I wouldn't have left my baby with that woman. Ain't no way in hell my baby would have stayed with that woman. But Sarah is going so she can meet her other daughter's father. I was like, oh, I don't really care. Do you guys care? Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about that. And we're gonna, I think we're done. So we're gonna pause here and we're gonna wrap up the episode, you guys. All right, you guys. So lastly, let's talk about Monique and Derek. So I said how I felt last week about Monique and Derek, and I still stand by how I feel about Monique and Derek. I feel like when it comes to Monique and Derek, I do feel like Monique and his sisters are very much so obsessed with each other, right? Because they can't have a scene without talking about the other. So we see Derek. So Derek is out shopping with his sisters, Aubriana and Elizabeth. I'm trying to see how I can say this. Elizabeth. How do I say this? Because I don't want it to come off, because it's not transphobic. It's just something that I'm just noticing. Her shadow. Like you can't put no makeup on to cover up that, because if you guys look right here in her on her face, you can see her. I don't know if she's still. I don't know if she's gone through hormones or whatnot. But you can. I don't. Or it might be hyperpigmentation too. But I think there is a shadow right here in her face. It's a dark shadow, right across her. It's right across here. So I don't know if she still grows facial hair or not, or I don't know if she's gone through, like I said, the hormone therapy to, have more estrogen than she does testosterone. But like I said, she does have a shadow. And I was like, you couldn't put, because Brianna got on a face full of fucking makeup with these long ass eyelashes. And Elizabeth just looked like she just woke up and said, fuck it, I'm just going down here to this shop. I do want for Brianna and for Elizabeth to stop talking about Monique. God damn. I think Monique knows that she's a big bitch, right? I think Monique knows she's fat. As far as Monique goes, we're going to talk about Monique in just a minute, because I have an issue. I said it last week and I'm going to keep saying it. Monique, we're going to get into you in a minute. Now, Derek, for you to cheat on this girl, you are buying her flowers and a goddamn candle. Excuse me? That's the best you can do? Didn't you have $9,000? Buy her some jewelry, something. But a candle? But Monique is a bird, so Monique will love whatever the fuck Derek gives her, which Monique is such a pathetic, desperate. Monique is pathetic, desperate, delusional, insecure. The list can go on, but those are the top 4 things that she is. Insecure, delusional. Those are my top 2, insecure and delusional. Insecure and delusional are the top 2 things that she is, right? So Monique is with her sister and her friend, right? And Monique, you are, and desperate and pathetic. You're definitely pathetic. Why the So Monique found out that Derek was cheating on her because she went through his phone. Monique, have you ever heard the age-old saying, if you go looking for something, you're going to find something? Like, have you never heard that saying? Monique don't love herself. Monique don't like herself. Monique isn't comfortable within herself. Monique has body issues. She might want to pretend like she's this bad bitch, but girl, you are not that. So Monique called Derek because I guess she's back in Ohio. And yeah, she's back in Ohio, right? And the sister said hey to her, right? And she said, now I know that the closed caption said, tell them both I said hey. Now, the sister says she said, tell them hoes hey. I want you guys to let me know in the comment section, did you guys hear hoes or both? I heard both, but the sister said that they heard hoes. And Monique said she didn't say hoes, but then she got mad because of what they said. Like, ma'am, all you gotta say is, I didn't say that, but then you said they always want to start stuff with me. Well, ma'am, if they heard hoes, they heard hoes. Now I heard both, but they heard hoes, right? So if they heard that, it'd be like, oh no, I didn't say that. That's not what I said. But then you don't have to say, y'all always want to start with me. Monique, you be ready to start with them too. That's why I say y'all are all obsessed with each other. So little Brianna, when she was talking about, ooh, Monique, you put one nipple in this one and one nipple in that one. I'm like, why are you worried about Monique's titties? Why are you worried about her titties? Then she's talking about she don't like it when a man is shorter than a woman. What does it have to do with you? Now, Monique, let's just get on Monique for just one slight second. And Monique's best friend and sister, y'all fucking lied to Monique talking about she looked good in that bodycon dress. No, the fuck she did not look good in that dress. Her stomach was sitting low. I'm like, how do y'all lie? How do y'all sit here and lie to this woman talking about she looked good in that dress? She did not look good in that dress. That dress was ill-fitted. That dress was ill-fitted. I want Monique to buy clothes that fit her body. that doesn't make her look frumpy, because that dress made her look frumpy as fuck. Like, that dress accentuated her stomach. Because that's all I could see was the fact that her stomach was hanging low. And I'm not saying this to be funny or facetious or anything or mean, but that dress did not help her body. That dress made her look bad. And it was like, it's okay to wear form-fitting stuff, but have the proper undergarment on, girl. Get a girdle. Get something, a waist trainer, anything that will cinch you in. Like, I ain't saying that you gotta look skinny, but goddamn, when your stomach is like, you should be embarrassed about that. That you walking around with a goddamn dress on, and it folds under your stomach. And I'm not being shady toward Monique. I'm just being real. That dress did not look good on her. Being real, nothing that she's wore looks good on her, right? Let's just keep it real. And again, this is not a dig at her weight. It's just saying you can dress sexy. You can wear the type of clothes you want to wear. It's not a problem. You can wear whatever you want. I know some big girls who wear nice clothes and they be killing it, right? But that's because they dress to their body size and body. I was trying to say size and shape at the same time, but they dress toward their size and their shape. Monique does not. Monique goes to the store and just pick up the dress, and if it's tight, she wants it. And again, ain't nothing wrong with it being tight, right? But get into your size, because those dresses that you be wearing are not your size. The clothes that you buy are not your size because they be too tight. Like them hoochie cutter shorts that she had on in last week's episode, them hoochie cutting ass shorts were not, honestly, last week, them shorts were like they were cutting off her motherfucking circulation, right? So we see Monique and Derek, they met up. Now, when Derek called her Big Mama, I was like, girl, you don't ever catch it. He throws you backhanded digs. Big Mama. Big Mama. Big Mama is what he called her. I was like, girl, and then she was like I said, she's desperate, pathetic, and delusional and insecure. And she was so happy to get that goddamn candle. I was like, a candle? Girl, you are a bird and stupid. So Derek didn't want to talk about the situation of him cheating on her. No shit, Sherlock. Derek, I see more and more what people were saying earlier last season, right? Derek never says anything positive about Monique, number one. And a lot of us feel like when it comes to Derek is with Monique because of what she can do for him. And she looks stupid as shit. So then he tells her, he's done with the situation with that other person. I doubt it. He tells her he wants the drama to be squashed between her and his sisters. That ain't happening. But she said she's cool with it. I'm like, that ain't happening. So then she told him that, she's late on her period. And what else? Oh, Derek feels like Monique is trying to trap him. I'm like, sir, what the fuck do you got for her to trap you? She does for you, you don't do for her. So what's the trap? Inquiring minds would love to know what the motherfucking trap is. But that's it, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, and share the video, you guys. And until the next time, stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I'll catch you guys later. So I will see you guys later on this evening for the live for this episode, you guys. And next week, I think we're going to try something a little bit different, you guys. I'm going to go buy me a new green screen. So I think we're going to be back with the green screen pretty soon. Don't hold me to that. But I will catch you guys later. Bye, you guys.